guys, AmberFrmThVault here. Welcome to another Fallout 4 settlement mod rebuild. Now guys, you might recognize this or you might not. This is Country Crossing. We're going to go ahead and check this one out. I did this a little bit different than I normally do, so I did use the mod Clean and Smooth for Country Crossing. Gave us this nice red house right here, but I also did add a little bit of greenery to this one, which is something I don't normally do, but I figured it's been a while since I've been able to do any kind of settlement builds because, to be quite honest guys, my game wasn't working. I had to go ahead and completely reinstall the whole thing, install each and every mod. It took me a good couple days to get everything caught back up. So we're going to go ahead and start here in what I'm calling the police tower. These are also my guard towers. Nothing in here to see. I'm just going to show you the one. There's actually 3 of them in the settlement. Go ahead and ignore them though. They're just there so that I can have a little bit of security. So ignore that. We're going to go ahead and continue on into the settlement itself. Like I said, that's boring. Let's start out in the red house. Now again, this was rebuilt by that mod Clean and Smooth for Country Crossing. So let's go ahead and go inside. So the first thing you'll notice, there's a little bit of stuff on the left and stuff on the right. Now here's the thing, this looks like just a nice little sitting room with some random stuff hanging around. There's actually an invisible mat here. Now the invisible mat that's here is for the trade caravans. So when we have a caravan come through, I also have the mod Dogs Not Brahmin that takes the Brahmin and replaces them all with dogs. So I don't have to worry about Brahmin trying to get into buildings, and then I can actually place everybody inside. So all my travelers will come through here. So let's go ahead and go back here. You can see this is just kind of cornered off with some curtains here. See here, curtains. This is actually a little bedroom. This is a sofa bed, which I actually really like. I think it's a mod. Oh man, I think it's called sofa beds or something like that. But I remember the tagline was "Tonight you sleep on the couch," and I just love that because it's really helpful in trying to fit a ton of beds into a settlement. In fact, this sofa you see right here, that is also a sofa bed. You can see right here, you can kind of get a clue of what we're going to be turning around and seeing next. A couple of different hairstyles there. So we turn around and then we're actually going to be able to see that here. So we have our stylist here, our salon. Went ahead and kind of cornered this off with a box, or I should say pallets. We just threw in some random stuff there, trying to build a little bit of a wall. There's not a lot of walls in the game that are like half walls that worked out there, so I went ahead and did that. So moving into the garage area, this is just a random crafting area for me. I have the cleaning laundry from UCO. I also have a chem, our weapons, our armor, and of course our bottling machines. Let's go ahead and leave here. We're going to see our power armor station, and that's all on the outside of that red house. So coming off the back real quick, you'll see there's just a little guard station. Nothing to see there, just the guard station itself. So let's go ahead and go into this first blue building. This is going to be the cafe. It says liquors. There's no way for me to get rid of this fire pit. I'm not sure why the game won't let me. So we're going to go ahead and go inside of here. So this right here actually came from the workshop decorations pack. Also behind our buddy here, this is James the Ghoul. Behind there, that also came from the workshop workshop decorations pack. I'm trying to say many things at once. And then this whole thing was put together, of course, just random stuff using a lot of OCD decorator. And then behind me, you're going to see that there is a soda fountain as I turn around here. I did try to use all of the options I had given to me. So surgery chair, salon, you see the booze still in the background there. I try to use all of those things when I make settlements, just so I have so many options. So you can see a couple of meals I put together. We have forks, knives, all kinds of fun stuff here on the tables. So when people sit there, it looks like they're having a meal. And then we have our booze still back here because I like to get anything I can possibly get given to me as the overseer or as the settlement head here. I don't know quite what you'd call it. I'm not a raider, so I don't want to say overboss, but basically as the person who's in charge of everything, as the general of the Minutemen, I want to get all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and have every option I can. So the booze still is one of those options for things that I can get. Now you'll notice right away that he is actually holding some stuff. The reason why is because it's the only way I can get it to sit up properly on that nightstand there. So ignore what's in his hands. It's actually a Nuka World cup and a magnet. So this is a bed here. Again, we have another bed. A little bit of just small decorations I threw in here. And then the sofa you're going to see right to your left as I pan over here in just a second. You're going to see that this is another sofa bed. Hard to tell what is and isn't a sofa bed, but you'll notice if you download it by any chance for yourself, there's only about 4 or 5 different options. There's not a lot of different options. You can't use every couch that you have. So it kind of limits what you want to use as far as your couches, but it works for me. So again, just a little bit of decoration here, not much. All right, so let's go ahead and leave here. We're going to go ahead and go into the next building, what happens to be the clothing and armor building. Take a look at it from the outside. You can see again a little bit of green stuff there. Put some green stuff in this mod. There we go. So did my best to put these all together. You'll see that it's a little bit messy. I wanted it to look kind of like it was a store that people were kind of rummaging through. A little ramshackle, but I kind of like it. That's all through OCD Decorator again. Anything that I put on here, actually, you know what? I take that back. That's actually not OCD Decorator. I think that's through USO. Sorry about that. I said the wrong thing. So going upstairs, this is where we're actually going to see our armor shop. Now, usually if you've watched any of my other mods, this is where I would actually place the bedroom for this person, the person who owns the shop. I'm not doing it in this settlement, and you're going to see that in just a second. The only place I did that was actually with the food. So here, this is Workshop Decorations Pack. You can always see how different it is based on what I placed and what the Workshop Decorations Pack provided me. Here's the mannequins that were actually in the window there. Come around here. This is lifelike statues, those 2 power armors there. All right. So that's it for this. We're going to go ahead and head down here, get out of here, come around the corner, and hit another tower. We're not going to bother going into this one. It's the exact same thing as before. Just know that that's where the guards are going to go as they patrol around the settlement. So let's go ahead and go into here. You can see drugs right away. This is the clinic. Nice little sitting area outside. I decided to do these all a little bit different and to give each shop its own little unique area and unique look. So a little bit of a waiting room here. Tried to make it look like an actual doctor's office. We have some Workshop Decorations Pack in the background here. That's what the 2 decorations are. Surgery. All right. So there we go. So that's going to be the clinic area. We're actually going to avoid that in the background for now. We're going to go instead over here. I'm going to run to the greenhouse. Now, the reason we're going to the greenhouse next, I want to save my apartments for the very last because it's my favorite part of this whole settlement. So the greenhouse, I decided to go ahead and go with a greenhouse just because I think that this is probably my favorite way to kind of contain a lot of options. Like you could put your potatoes in here, you can put the carrots, anything you want you could put inside of a greenhouse, and I think that it actually contains it really nicely so that you don't have stuff spread out all over the place in your settlement. That's one thing that drives me absolutely insane when I'm trying to do stuff. Now, I do want to shout out the person who actually I got this idea from of building a greenhouse in the first place. That was at Zombie Wrangler over on Twitter. That would be Alan Jackson, not the singer, but he was a pretty cool guy. I saw him do it one time, and I just said, okay, I'm doing that for now on. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and probably do that in more settlements. I really do love it. Something I've been trying to get away from lately just because I was like, oh, my settlements need a little bit of variety. But when I was building this one, I noticed I could put a shit ton of crops in the middle here. As we come out here, you'll see the middle is pretty blank. But I like the flow of the settlement being like a city. I like it being kind of a square and then having this center space for people to do other things, to travel freely, that type of stuff. Also, I have a little bit of a kind of like a community, little sitting area, just something kind of cute, little mushroom lights here. And I wanted to do something like that. I wanted to leave it open, so that's why I went ahead and went with the greenhouse. And again, that was something that was actually originally done, I saw from Zombie Wrangler, at Zombie Wrangler over on Twitter, Alan Jackson. So let's go ahead and check out the trader and the weapons shop. This is actually one of my favorite things I've ever done, that trader. I can't wait to get up there. I made it so cluttered, it's ridiculous. So weapons shop, pretty common for a weapons shop. I mean, we have weapons on the walls. I did a crap ton of just throwing stuff on the walls, throwing ammunition everywhere. All of this so far is stuff that I placed through OCD Decorator. These, on the other hand, this is a Workshop Decorations Pack. And then here's more OCD Decorator. All right, come over here. You can see a few more weapons. And then we're actually going to cut and go upstairs. Now the goal of the trader was just to make things really random, put everything in here I could possibly place in here. You'll see a crap ton of rugs all over the floor, and there's a bunch in the corner there as well. I also did some just random, like anything you could possibly want to buy at the trader, I went ahead and threw in here. I just had a lot of fun building kind of some random stuff. These cases, I absolutely love building in these. If anybody's interested in how I build in these, I would be more than happy to show people. I've had a couple people ask in the past, and I put it up on Twitter. I would be willing to do that again if anyone's interested. So again, just trying to build something that looks like a junk shop. This is just a shop where you would go in and you would buy all kinds of random shit. Goal is to just kind of display it all out, have some random stuff here. I put random signs up, random things that you could purchase, anything you could think of. Also did a little bit of random art on the walls. You can see the ghouls back there, the cats. We got a Nuka-Cola flag here. We also have a random stoplight, because why the hell not? So just a lot of stuff inside of our trader here. So we're going to go ahead and head back out. Now we're actually going to go into my apartment complex. So this is my favorite part of this whole settlement. I decided with this one I was going to try to be compact. I wanted to build something that was going to be kind of on the, on the smaller side, but still kind of fun to do. So each little apartment cube actually has 2 beds. Again, we're looking at the sofa bed idea, but also looking at having an actual bed. Went for a little bit of a theme in just a couple of these. Most of them do not have a theme though, so don't expect to see too much of a theme. I was more so just doing things that were kind of fun. And each one also has its own bathroom, because I personally don't like sharing bathrooms with people. So I feel like my settlers shouldn't have to. Coming in here, we have another apartment here, and we will go through each one. Another sofa bed here. Another restroom. And we have just a little area here. I really like to place lit cigarettes everywhere in my settlements. That's something you might notice if you watch a lot of my settlement videos. That said, don't smoke. It's bad for you kids. Okay, let's get out of here. Make your voice real husky, not in a good way. Come on, guys. All right, so here we go. Here's the next one. Another one of those areas where I wanted to make a little bit of that obvious, okay, we've got the ashtray out, this looks realistic. As always, doing just a little bit of personalization, each one kind of just putting some random stuff down, having things that make it look like a little bit of a touch of that person would live there. So this one is all linked together by a... Let's get down here. Linked together by an elevator. Let's go ahead and go up to number 2. And the way I got the elevator to work is a little annoying. I had to add in steps here in order to kind of match it up. It didn't match up with the building itself. I'm not sure why, but I was able to add those steps and make it work. So we're going to go ahead and go to our second cubby here. You can see along here there are lights up there. It really helps at night. So looking again, another sofa bed. Another bathroom. The bathrooms are all going to look the same. And just a little area for a bed and some small personalization on this one. Didn't do a whole lot. Okay, we'll move to the next one now. Same thing. Have a little bit of stuff going on in here. This one has a little less of a theme, although I would say it's kind of farmish was the theme I was going for. Kind of new. I wanted to do a lot of new items in here. You can kind of see with a lot of the furniture. Another sofa bed. Can't get a new furniture with the sofa bed. Couple other items, and of course, an identical bathroom. Coming out here, let's go ahead and close that. Go into the last one here. So this would be kind of like apartment 6. We have a reading nook here. Workshop decorations pack is where I got that from. And another sofa bed. So this is yet another sofa bed. Same restroom. You're going to see that one in each one. So we'll go ahead and get out of here. Whoop, McCready followed me up. Let's go ahead and head up to floor 3. Oop, there we go. I was like, did I push the wrong button? And you'll notice same thing here. Had to do steps and add a couple, just 2 more planks here. The steps just barely look like they're touching. They're not touching, but they kind of have that appearance when you look at them from up top. Definitely one of those things that if you're super concerned about the aesthetic, that's going to probably bother you. Works for me. I don't mind it, so we're going to go ahead and continue on. So let's go ahead and get up here. So again, same thing, sofa bed. We have another restroom. I'm going to go ahead and not look in the restrooms from now on. This is more workshop decorations pack. Otherwise, there was no way I would be able to make all this stuff myself. This would have taken me so long. This, as it was, took me at least a few weeks to make. This is something I've been working on for quite a while since I fixed my game. So if you're following me over on Twitter and you're like, hey, she fixed her game, but she still doesn't post any videos, that's why. I haven't had a chance to do that because I've been building this whole time, guys. So we have our sofa bed here. If we turn around here, we also have our bed here. No sofa bed on this side. This is just a random chair, but I wanted to make these look a little bit different, give each one a little bit of an individual personality. Go ahead and go back in. Another sofa bed as well. So each one, plus this one has 2 regular beds. I decided to do one with 2 regular beds, make them a little bit more plain, just because I thought, you know what, not everybody's going to want to have the same type of place. So I thought, hey, I'll just throw 3 people in there. Again, ordinarily, your settlers, if you're kind of just looking at it, you'd have no idea that that was actually a bed, which is one thing I like about it. Other thing I tried to do is I tried to give individual curtains to each one. I really had a lot of fun with that, kind of doing the curtains. I wish USO had more curtains to it. I would really enjoy seeing more kind of options in there. So we're going to go ahead and head back down to floor 1. I don't have my HUD on, so I apologize. It takes me a couple seconds to try to push buttons. And then we'll just see this last little corner. This is pretty much the last area that we have to look at. We have a couple other things we can look at. They're not very exciting, but just a little area, you know, basically a check-in point. I really like the way that, I'm stuck there, sorry. I really like the way that this apartment building turned out. I'm probably going to try this again. I might try to do something like maybe townhomes or something. I don't know. I might try to build full houses too. I haven't decided yet. I kind of want to experiment more with things in the game. If you guys are interested in seeing that, go ahead and let me know. Let me know what you're interested in seeing. I'm thinking about maybe doing some townhouses or single-family homes. That might be kind of cool, but putting multiple people, obviously, in the bedrooms. So here we have our water supply. This is about 10 water. It's not enough for this, but since it is hooked up to my other ones, it really doesn't matter. Come out here, we have just some blockades, so it kind of makes it just a little bit safer. More blockades. So that's it, guys. That is the remake of Country Crossing. I apologize about not having enough Fallout videos out lately. That's something that I've really been lacking on. I apologize about that. I have been having other things come out on the channel, but still, I apologize. I'm trying to get more stuff out. If there's something you guys would like to see, if there's a specific, I don't know, a settlement you'd like to see me rebuild, or maybe a mod that you're interested in having me test, now that my game is fixed, I seem to be able to test mods more, and I seem to be able to use my settlements a lot better. So please, please, please let me know if there's something you're interested in, something you'd like to know a little bit about. Anyone can tell you who's watched my past videos, I do read every single comment, and I try to get back to you guys as fast as I can, so thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, though, guys, so if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Not only does it mean the world to me, guys, it helps other people find the videos, and of course, it is a huge, huge motivation to keep moving forward. Lets me know what kind of videos you guys like to see, so I can go ahead and keep making them for you. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, click on that picture of my big, dumb head that's going to pop up on your screen there in just a second if it hasn't already. Also, there'll be a playlist to all of my Fallout videos, as well as a video that YouTube thinks you'd like, based on your viewing history. So I'm going to go ahead and see you in the next one, guys. Oh, man, I like this settlement.